Okay,
Tight
I'm
little
back
slider
here.
that time. One out, nobody on.
I don't know exactly what happened there. I lost the broadcast for a second.
That misses 1-2. And he struck him out.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
In now, Jorge Alfaro. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Jake Arrieta. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
That's popped up. Coming on is Fowler.
Oh, yeah.
Get there. So the
No.
But he gets back in time, safe at second base.
Hey, you can
Arrieta got the big hit.
Some guys call it the Baltimore chop. I like to call it, after playing third base, the chicklets play, because you got to check your teeth when that pitcher pulls it back. You think you sack bunt and you pop commit to get in there, and he pulls it back and makes you think he's going to take your teeth out.
I wish I redesigned the Fanatic.
First pitch on its way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
I understand that the Fanatic isn't like the most important design decision.
On second, Arrieta at first, 2 out
But
in the inning.
They can do a better job with him. He has feathers on his back.
Like pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
And it's like his belly and stuff, even that will be like really stiff, and you would think it's a lot easier to make than even a common player.
Look into Molina, now the 1-1. Lifted into
I
center
missed
field.
it.
Fowler has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Phillies leave a couple, but they lead it by a count of 8-3. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup.
Yeah, I want to get Arrieta going for another couple innings. At least get him through the 7th inning.
So far, down by a boatload as we enter
Being
the
up
middle
by
innings.
5, I
It's
should be able to
about time they
comfortably
get
do
something
that.
going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
There to play it is Grichuk, and that's the first out. Digging in once again, Dexter Fowler. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one just missed outside. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Let's do another fastball.
1-1. It's taken for strike 2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Grounded to the right. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
How frustrating, Dan, right there. Guy executes his pitch. Batter still able to dig it out for a knock.
You know, that's a really good pitch. And sometimes as a pitcher, you just have to tip your cap to the batter. Good piece of hitting right there.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1. Relay to first
yeah.
in time, and just like that, the side is retired.
I love a good double play.
Redbirds down quietly. can't make any headway into an 8-3 deficit. So stepping in, Scott Kingery. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home sixth. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. 1-0 pitch is his slider, swung on and missed, 1-1. Now he reaches out here and just serves this one out behind first. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
See, that's like a perfect hit.
Ready now, Justin Smoke. He went down on strikes last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a slider.
People would complain that that last hit that Kingery got is like, it's like, oh, the game's broken. It allowed that guy to hit the ball. Well, then you don't know nothing about baseball, because baseball is full of those kind of hits where you don't think he really should have a hit, but he gets one, and that's where San Diego Studios gets it right in this kind of game.
It's fouled away.
They understand the bleeps and the bloops and all the weird stuff that happens in the game. It all happens here. Oh, that's a gapper.
Right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Kingery rounds third and is digging for the plate. Now the relay home. Now the tag by Molina, but it comes too late. He's in there to score. That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive. Standing in now, Rhys Hoskins. Hit high and deep to right center. Pham is after it. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. Got a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 110 feet to finally bring it in. No doubt in efforts his teammates are appreciative of.
That's what I like too. They show that route efficiency based on the rankings that your player has. It's like they run a better route to the ball. It shows there and everything that he has a high ranking, but not an incredibly high ranking, because he didn't run a perfect 100% efficiency to the ball.
Here comes the first pitch. Into center field, line drive base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
That's a perfect hit. My team is just so hot, incredibly hot.
He swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. knocked him
Oh.
Carpenter has a play. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Third baseman, number 7.
That one's annoying.
Luke Gregerson gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Luke Gregerson.
Michael Franco will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In the dirt here. 2 out with the man at first.
No. Why am I swinging at the crappy pitches?
The 0-2 pitch. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Yeah, most teams, you get an 0-2 pitch, you'll never get a strike.
The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2.
So very rare that on an 0-2 pitch that you'll ever see a strike.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning.
Even if I'm called out on a third strike, the pitch is going to be outside corner or inside corner where I'm not going to be able to do much to it anyway.
Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Here's Jim Jerko now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Jumps off the page.
This is going to be Arrieta's last inning.
Huge homers for the Cards.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Played on the backhand. Offline throw, but boy, look at him stretch out and keep the foot on the bag. Great concentration there for the first out. Here's Matt.
I can't really see the Cardinals being able to beat me in a series at any point.
Sometimes Matt Carpenter, when we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's
With the
one of the
pitchers
more
that I have
underrated
Nola
offensive
going in Game 2, and Hamels going in Game 3.
1 out, nobody on.
Should be a nice clean sweep.
Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Pillar's there. And he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 23, Marcell Ozuna.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. First pitch of the at-bat. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And Smoke will take this one over to the bag, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Bottom of the 7th now. Get up and stretch here in Philly. It's the Phillies 10 and the Cardinals 3. So coming to the plate, Jorge Alfaro. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Like I said, generally it's like and Loop and Melicon are the 3 guys that were not in the bullpen at the beginning of the year. I'm going to get Ramos and Loop warmed up. I'm going to have Ramos go after
Ready
Molina.
to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And, oh, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at one in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jake Arrieta. He singled his last time up.
Okay.
Odubel Herrera will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Three and 0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
Hit hard down the line. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
That was some great situational hitting there after surveying the field to see what the defense was giving him. The third baseman was well off the line, and he had no chance to make a play as he sprays it down the left field line for a two-bagger.
Into the box now, Kevin Pillar. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. His lifetime numbers against Gregerson, he's 1 for 3. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
Hey, guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about nasty sliders, and that's exactly what that was right there.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Molina has it, and the throw is in time. Pillar is retired, 2 down now. Digging in and looking for more, Scott Kingery. He's 1 for 4 for the game. He's set, and the pitch. And, oh, pretty nonchalant that time by Molina as that pitch gets away. And the recovery will be in time. He's out at the plate. And a costly decision to try for it there as all of a sudden the inning is now over.
Yeah, I'll live with it.
Edobray Ramos has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 61.
Digging in to try it again, Yadier Molina. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Molina swings and misses. He's in trouble now behind 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Your attention, please. Now
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Lou, a left-hander standing just under 6 feet at 5'11". He was a 9th round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Harrison Bader will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And now time is called and the reliever is warm out there. Hector Neris enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Hit hard, but foul. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. They'll need to do better than that. It's 10-3. Greg Holland enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Now in the box, Scott Kingery.
Warm Contos up.
From the stretch. This is hit high and deep out to left. Ozuna looks up. And it's gone as they add still another. Solo shot here to left. His first homer here in the series as they've widened this lead to 8 now. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, We're both flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here. Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones, forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Two balls and a strike.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Oh, textbook slider there, and he's back at even, 2-2. This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2. In the on-deck circle is Manny Machado. He'll bat next. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Hoskins, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
Well, he's not proving that he can command his breaking ball in the zone right now. And until he does, there's no reason to bite on it.
Too high. And it's 3-0.
Hello.
Hello.
The 3-0 pitch is offered at and missed for the first strike. Softly hit down to third.
Yeah, that was ugly.
No shot at 2. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out.
That's like a sloppy bunt.
Right fielder number 16.
Stepping in, Randall Grichuk. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hard ground ball to third. Jerko has it. Throw on to Carpenter, gets him, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We're on to the 9th here in game 1. It's the Phillies 11 and the Cardinals 3.
Yeah, we're going to close them out here. And
so the lineup flips over, and digging in, Tommy Pham starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
George Cantos comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Pham with an even 1-1 count now. So 1-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Count is 1 and 2.
Skied into straightaway right. Grichuk moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
This is pretty much an easy game right at this point.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Dexter Fowler. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Popped him up. Machado waits on it, and that's the second out of the inning. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. In previous matchups against George Cantos, he's 1 for 4. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And he goes and chops this one out.
And that should be the game.
Throw on to first, he'll take care of him, and the Phillies have taken their first step as they claim game 1 here at home. This ball game is over.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning.
Well, your
They came
pitcher
out
has
absolutely
blamed the
banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
Yeah, he's had a good season for me. Very unusual. He only has a 75 ERA. 75 ranking for his ratings. But for some reason, when I have him in the game, he's pretty much shut down. But I only use him as a middle relief. The only reason I had him shutting down the game is because of this.
Now this one pretty much over before
you can see the
started,
score.
As we give you a final look at the line.
When it's 11-3, there's no point in using my actual closer.
News.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
11-3 the final score in this contest. Philadelphia jump out to a 1-0 series lead. Jake Arrieta is credited with the win. Luke Weaver is slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies.
So I'm pretty confident with that. Okay, we load up to level 30, 36, 35. I don't know. Anyway, I don't care about that stuff. Let's zoom to the rest of today.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for making us a part of your morning. Let's jump into the latest news from around the Major League Baseball postseason. For Game 1 of the National League Division Series, the Phillies held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 11-3. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. In Game 1 of the NL Division Series, Corey Seager grabbed 3 runs driven in as the Dodgers defeated the Cubs 5-4. They now lead the series 1-0 heading into Game 2. And that's what's going on around baseball here in October. Join us again tomorrow for updates from around the postseason.
Now this is the stuff that I'm using for thing. I mean, I could probably push myself to Hall of Fame for hitting difficulty. I mean, as you can see, I score a lot. But I don't do it that often to get that big of runs as much as I did in that last game. I mean, it's like I use the assisted base runner decisions, but it's like generally it's automatic otherwise, so no point there. Pitching, same thing, all-star difficulty. I like using the analog. But it's like, I mean, I feel like I'm comfortable with these settings. I'm good with the settings. I just wanted to show and everything that it's like I don't do goofy things like have guest pitch on. I think guest pitch is like probably like the wimpiest thing you can ever do in these sports baseball games and stuff, because you got to be guessing and seeing things and stuff, and just being able to see it and play it. You should be able to see the way the pitch is coming in and how hard it's coming in, and it's enough and everything. But it's like if you're guessing slider, you're going to have a huge advantage, because it's going to basically say, okay, well, it's like you're automatically going to have a ratings boost and stuff on that chance. No, you don't get that. You should have this, like, the same opportunity and just aim it up and line it up and time it. To me, that makes more sense, but that's just my opinion. So, anyways, that's all I was going to do for today. We got that 1-0 lead today. Our next game is Game 2. Show my ratings here. It's like I'm going to have Nola, then Cole Hamels, and this is only a best of 5, correct? Yeah, it's a best of 5 series, so it's like should be able to have Nola beat Waka and then Hamels beat Martinez. But you can see Martinez, he was lights out in the game against Washington and to get into the through the wild card. So he had a pretty good one game. And they would have Weaver going again in Game 4. And I have Wyckoff, and I'm not even worried about it. It's like I have all these pitchers going, but it's like I don't know what I would do. It would basically be determined on how much time I had. But anyway, until next time, I'm going to sign off here. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I do plan on broadcasting tomorrow night, probably around 11 Eastern time, for the next game of the series. If I can do it earlier, I will. Hit that. Please subscribe. Hit that notification button, and you'll be notified when I do go live. Generally, if I do go live, I generally will try to wait 5 minutes before starting a game, to give people a chance to hop on so they don't miss any action if they hop on live. But that's generally what I try to do. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. This is davidb69. I'm out.